I kind of don't want to talk anymore, but I'm making myself because I need to. It needs to be done. But a lot lately, I have been triggered thinking I was gonna be abandoned because in the past, I had like, I had like seen, I had went back to the root and figured out why I feel that way. Cause like my roommate, this is basically my house now. I basically just live here alone with my cats, and so he's staying with ex, his son's mom. Wow, his youngest son's mom, who actually stalked me and did weird shit for like 5 years to me. So like I had like weird feelings about that, but at the same time like he's just trying to be there for his son and he's making more money delivering instead of where he was. And he's happier. And plus it's good for his son. So that doesn't bother me so much, although I do give jokes like, is that your wife hitting you up, Because she just messages him all the time. But anyways, she doesn't bother me anymore. Plus, I do have her blocked on everything. But like 5 years ago, because it like feels like a bookend almost. Because 5 years ago, he was living with her when we got together. They weren't together, but he hadn't moved out yet, because like he hadn't found his own place, and plus he was there for his son. And it used to trigger me. It used to get to me because like she was always also trying to break us up constantly. And now we're not together, and maybe that's probably why, I don't know, but like even though she's married, but that doesn't like that wouldn't stop her, I don't think, and also like it didn't. And yeah, anyways, so sometimes I get like triggered by that. And then the other thing where he's like still friends with my ex-friend, who has an ex-best friend who did black magic on me, but she isn't always friends with, I don't know if she's friends with her anymore, but every time she does leave her and stop being friends with her, it's like she ends up eventually friends with her again. I honestly think that person did some type of work to keep her coming back. So like that's not my business. I don't want to be associated with it. So but he is still friends with her, and like when we both went to Nebraska about a month or so ago, like I think it was like not even a month ago, to see my mom, and it like rekindled us. It like made me think maybe we should be back together, but like maybe we could rekindle it. And like that feeling's still kind of off and on there because we're not living under the same roof. He comes and stays for like a night every few days or so, but it's been a while, like longer this time. I did go see him yesterday because like I went to see my son, and I went to the town he delivers at, and so like I got to see him, but so like because of all that, like I'm like, well, it's not toxic like my other exes, and he still takes care of me. He always reassures me, I want to take care of you. I like taking care of you, and like he's like, even if you moved out of this house, I don't want you to be too far away from me. And so like it's not in a controlling way, but just like in a I'd miss you way. Like it's like we're each other's favorite person. Because we both have BPD, and like we also never like we just have that connection. And honestly, it's just there's a lot of 12th house synastry there. He's got a lot of Capricorn, and like anybody who has Capricorn placements, that shit sits in my 12th house, so that's why. So like that's part of it. So like it's not like hella painful, and like don't get me wrong, that synastry can be painful for other people. Like it can be, but it's not hella. But it's hard to like sever the fucking bond. And like I've learned a lot and grown a lot with him, and he's given me the space to do that, and I've given him the space to do the same. So it's just crazy because like I'm not reacting the same way. I talk about stuff instead of reacting. Like for me personally, I used to react before, like from my own emotional standpoint. Now I will just like observe my emotions and figure them out. And yeah, sometimes I can still get like upset. Like I have recently. Like when I split with BPD, I'd be like, all right, I'm about to get abandoned. I'm about to have to get the fuck out of here and figure out my own fucking shit. And I'm gonna have to fucking just not talk to him anymore. And sometimes I'd be like, do I have to do that for my twin flame journey, in order to like make it like an opening for my twin to come back or whatever? And it's like, no, I just need to. So sometimes I just get super confused. But today I like made the decision, as I was considering moving to closer to my son, like actually in like the unit over from where he lives. And I was like, well, that would be cool, so then I could see him more. Or I was considering moving back where my hometown. But I'm like, for one, it would be difficult. There's a waiting list, I mean, that's not the difficult part, really. But for one, it'd be difficult for me to have all of my cats still, and I don't. That's stressful, Like, I don't want to get rid of them all. Like, I want to keep all of them, if I can, Those are my babies. And another is just like stressful, and I don't know. And so today, for some reason, I just like finally was like, why don't I just fucking stay here? Because my roommate's like already said, I'll keep paying on this place, and he's just gonna get like a smaller place for him to just be closer to his son, and he'll come visit, and I can go visit and everything. So it's like, it's probably just beneficial for that for right now, and for me to have my own place, like a place like this, not have these income-based rules and like all that shit. Which, yeah, income-based places are very beneficial. Like, the rules they have is I don't know, just like I just hate how places are like that with pets and stuff. It's like, those are like our babies. Why do we have to have a doctor's note, bro? Come on. Like, I can understand like they damage shit or whatever, but these are cats. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I get to keep them. I stay here. I'm gonna stay here. So I am gonna stay here and then try to get on food stamps, so that it helps him not have to worry about that as much, and it helps me kind of gain more independence. Because like throughout our relationship, I never had anybody like in my life. I've never had anybody reliable like him. So then I got a little codependent, even emotionally. Like, so whenever I was going through intense spiritual awakenings and shit, I would be like, oh my god, I can't do it without him around me, like in helping me through it. And I had to get through that. And it's fine to need people, right? It's okay to rely on them. But I was too much because I didn't have anybody before. Like, and then I got too dependent, like in the wrong ways, And so like now I'm like, okay, I can have my independence still, and it be okay if he provides for me, because I'm, disabled, and capitalism is outrageous. And so like, there's nothing wrong with that. Just leave stuff as it is, like, so. These videos are never long enough, but like also really long. So if you guys ever watch all of these, I'm really, really grateful for it. I have to make another one about this.